Every year, Manitoba surprises us. The province is brimming with experiences you just can't find anywhere else. So if you're thinking about where to travel in 2026, keep watching, because we're about to share 5 unique adventures that show just how amazing Manitoba can be.
Seeing polar bears in Churchill is one of Manitoba's most unforgettable experiences, especially because you get to see them in their natural habitat. We did a one-day fly-in tour, which is a great option if you're short on time. But you can also spend a few days in Churchill exploring the town and soaking up the full northern experience. And that first moment you see an actual bear, up close and personal, is a thrill like no other. This is why bucket lists are created.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
So cool. We're on the edge of the Hudson Bay. There's a polar bear just about 200 yards away. It's amazing.
If you're thinking about adding this to your 2026 travel list, just make sure to plan well ahead. We used Frontiers North for our adventure, and they have many tour options to choose from.
You have to come back.
Yeah.
Summertime is the way to go.
Right?
Beluga whales are
I'm
unbelievable.
dying to see them, so.
And there's still bears. Wait till you see a polar bear in bright purple fireweed. That is something.
Yeah.
So,
Well, fingers crossed someday maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you so
hey,
much.
my pleasure.
Manitoba wasn't always the prairie province we know today. At one time, it was the bottom of a prehistoric sea, meaning there are marine fossils buried all over the place. And if you head down to Morden, you can actually get your hands dirty digging them up. The Canadian Fossil Discovery Centre's Fossil Dig Tour is one of only a handful like it in all of North America, which makes the experience really special. We joined one of the guided dig tours and spent the day brushing and scraping alongside paleontologists at a fossil dig site. We learned tons, discovered some actual fossils, and had a blast doing it.
What it appears that we are trying to uncover here is a mosasaur, which is an ancient marine reptile, lived about 80 million years or so ago. They were the top, like the apex predator in the seas worldwide at the time in the late Cretaceous. You guys are going to be excavating more to see what else there is here. That's a that's a boat. Yeah. Here you go.
Hooray!
But yeah, that's for sure. That's possible.
So excited. If you're thinking about adding this to your 2026 travel plans, Fossil Dig Tours run from June to September and can be booked through the Canadian Fossil Discovery Centre.
Is that a bit of bone right there?
I think so. I think one of the coolest parts of this whole experience is that it is like sort of tourism-y, but it is just being a part of like a paleontology dig with professionals who are doing their actual jobs. So you get to come out and you get to be just like a part of their team for the day, which is amazing. And it really felt like we were working as a team to uncover some of the fossils, which was so cool. And just like something I never really dreamed I'd get to be a part of ever in my life. So it's a completely cool opportunity and highly recommend it. And everybody here is just super friendly and awesome, and I'm so happy that we got a chance to meet them all.
Winter at Clear Lake has a magical quality to it, especially when you embrace the season instead of trying to escape it. And one of the best ways to do that is by staying in one of Turtle Village's off-grid micro cabins, which they call turtle shells.
We are lucky enough to travel quite a bit, and this place hands down goes down as the cutest place we've ever checked into. You could have like a little meal here. We are not avid campers or fire makers, or at least I'm not at the best of times. So doing it, and especially in winter, we're gonna see how we can do it if we can get the water to boil.
All of this for a cup of tea and a little bit of oatmeal.
Really nice, yeah.
As an off-grid experience, the turtle shells have no Wi-Fi, electrical outlets, or plumbing. However, they do have a propane heater and a solar-powered charger for your phone and other devices.
So another awesome thing about coming to stay at like an off-the-grid experience or a glamping type experience is that it's a good reminder that you don't really need much to have a perfect stay. Accommodations that are a little bit more simple and small and streamlined can feel just as luxurious as like a big hotel suite or something really fancy. So it can be really, really worthwhile to get out of your comfort zone.
A great add-on while staying in a turtle shell is to go ice fishing on Clear Lake. For us, choosing the guided tour made all the difference, turning something new and unfamiliar into a relaxed and fun winter experience, even though sadly we didn't catch any fish. Just a quick reminder that we make authentic travel content for the over 40 crowd. If that's your vibe, hit subscribe.
They come up to the lure and they poke around at it and they nibble at it a little bit, but it's like they're hip to the game and then they disappear. We're still fishless, but it's fun.
To book your stay and ice fishing experience, head over to turtlevillage.ca.
What was that?
Falcon Lake is known for its forests, trails, and quiet beauty, but it also happens to be the site of one of Canada's most famous UFO stories. And one of the most unique ways to explore that story is on a guided horseback ride with Falcon Beach Ranch. Riding through the forest and then learning the curious details of what happened there really creates a unique experience. It's part nature experience and part Scooby-Doo mystery.
How'd it go?
Really good.
So this encounter happened in 1967, May of 1967, so it was a May long weekend. First thing in the morning, quite early, 6 in the morning or something, he left the hotel and people saw him leave with just a backpack on his back and his lunch, and he had a hammer and chisel and safety goggles, and that was about it. As he was looking around, that was when he spotted these 2 flying saucers, he said, kind of approaching from the south above the treetops. But he said these flying saucers approached and one of them came down and landed on the rock. He touched the side of it while he was standing there and it melted the fingers of his glove, which was later found here by the authorities. And then he said the door slid shut, sort of like a camera lens, he described it, and then the whole craft rotated and he was faced with this vent of some kind on the side. And then it blasted out this hot exhaust or something that hit him in the body and started his clothes on fire and burned this circle pattern into his stomach. Just all this different evidence that all kind of, they couldn't disprove any of this stuff, and all these agencies just concluded that he really seemed to believe what he was saying, and it was a credible but unexplained encounter.
Another unique Manitoban experience that can be found right here in Winnipeg is the sunset goose flights. Every fall, thousands of geese gather at FortWhyte alive as they prepare for their migration south. And if you time it just right, you can see them arrive in waves at sunset. What makes this experience so special is how simple it is. You don't need special gear or tons of planning, just good timing.
You get there just before sunset. The lake already has some activity with seagulls and other birds flying around. A few minutes after sunset, the action really starts to pick up. Suddenly you see a black line in the sky coming as the first wave of geese start to arrive. Then more flocks come into view and more, and suddenly there are thousands of geese arriving, wave after wave. It's absolutely incredible. We've never seen anything like it. If you're starting to think about where you want to go in 2026, we hope this gave you a few ideas and maybe even a little inspiration. If you'd like to see the full versions of these trips, as well as other cool adventures in Manitoba, check out our playlist. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.